Welcome to the Medical Supplies and Equipment Reimbursement Models. In this video, we'll cover the different reimbursement models, provide a high-level overview of how they work, and show you where to find important policy details and information. Now, let's dive in. The program specifies a reimbursement model for each benefit listed in the Medical Supplies and Equipment Price files. Each reimbursement model has its own specific policy, with detailed instructions that providers must follow to determine their eligible claim amount, also known as the ECA. There is one reimbursement model for each benefit. For the policy details, refer to Section 1.16.4.2 of the Medical Supplies and Equipment Guide. Before we dive into the specifics of each reimbursement model, you might be wondering, why does the program use this approach? Great question. The medical supplies and equipment benefit includes 12 sub-benefits, such as audiology, limb and body orthotics and prosthetics, self-care items, oxygen, low vision aids, mobility equipment, and more. Within each sub-benefit, items are listed using generic names, without specifying makes or models. This allows for a wide range of products and services, but it also introduces special considerations and added complexity, which is why using a specific reimbursement model is necessary for each benefit. There are 4 reimbursement models you'll need to know about: the General Reimbursement Model, or GRM, the Manufacturer's Suggested Retail Price, or MSRP, Reimbursement Model, the Fixed Price Reimbursement Model, and the Subject to Approval Reimbursement Model. Let's take a closer look at each one. The first model we'll review is the General Reimbursement Model, or GRM. In the GRM, payment is based on the provider's actual acquisition cost, plus a program-specified markup rate of 45%. This model also covers additional provider costs, such as freight, as specified in the policy. The formula for calculating the eligible claim amount under the GRM is actual acquisition cost plus markup plus other eligible costs, if applicable. It's important to note that the markup can never be applied to any other eligible costs. Now let's take a closer look at the Manufacturer's Suggested Retail Price, or MSRP Reimbursement Model. This model applies to select benefits only, as specified in the price files. In the MSRP model, payment is based on the item's MSRP price. However, there are a few important notes to remember under the MSRP model when determining your ECA. First, no additional markup or other eligible costs can be added to the MSRP price. Secondly, the MSRP must not exceed amounts funded by provincial or territorial public health plans for that specific benefit. And lastly, if MSRP supporting documentation is not available or not submitted, when requested, the General Reimbursement Model must be used to determine the ECA instead. To summarize, the MSRP reimbursement model ensures that providers are reimbursed based on the manufacturer's price, but it also has checks in place to make sure the reimbursement doesn't exceed certain limits. Next, let's look at the Fixed Price Reimbursement Model. In this model, the provider's usual and customary price is used as the eligible claim amount for all items and services, but only up to the NIHB price. The usual and customary price is defined as the lowest price of an item that is charged by a provider to any customer of its regular business. This includes any discounts or special promotions in place on the date of service. You'll notice that benefits under this model will always have an NIHB price. And finally, the last model is the Subject to Approval Reimbursement Model. In this model, the provider's usual and customary price is used as the ECA for all items and services the provider is claiming for. Unlike the fixed price model, benefits under the Subject to Approval model may not have an NIHB price. You can find each benefit's reimbursement model in the price files on the Express Scripts Canada NIHB provider and client website. For specific instructions on determining the eligible claim amount, refer to Section 1.16.4.2 of the Medical Supplies and Equipment Guide and benefit lists for First Nations and Inuit. That wraps up our overview of the reimbursement models. By clearly understanding these models and their policies, providers can confidently determine their eligible claim amount when submitting claims for prior approval and when claiming for payment. Remember, This video provides a high-level overview only. You must always refer and follow the policies for the most specific and up-to-date information. Thank you for watching.